All right, what's up, YouTube? So today we're going to be talking about the iPhone SE first generation and why this phone is awesome and still usable in 2025. So this phone came out in 2016, so it's about 9 years old. And although there are hardware and software limitations, this phone is still usable in 2025. But for things that are very demanding, like editing, and like graphically intensive video games, this phone is not ideal at all. So, this phone is currently on iOS 15, so there are apps that you may not be able to use with this phone, but for the most part, if you have apps in your purchase history on your iCloud account, you can, download the later versions, the older versions, and still use them on the phone. So, what is this phone good for? The phone is good for things like video streaming, such as watching YouTube. It's great for web browsing, calling and texting. Um, Pretty much, very light phone use. There's not much you can do with it nowadays, but it's still quite usable in 2025. Like, actually, there is a lot that you can still do with it, but with it being, nearly 9 years old, the RAM and the software and the hardware is quite outdated. But, for a phone that is like nearly 9 years old, the iPhone SE takes some pretty good photos. We have a 12 megapixel camera and it's capable of capturing image quality at 1080p at 60 FPS, which is pretty good in my opinion. So, this phone is very beautiful in my opinion. It has a very nice design. It still feels modern and, premium. We have our headphone jack at the bottom and our lightning port, our speakers. We have a home button with Touch ID. We have our button on the top, power button, and our side buttons and our lock. So, this is a really beautiful phone. It's very small. Like, you can see how easy it is to hold in the hand. You could, if you have a big enough wallet, you could probably even put this in there. But um, I just love how small it is and how nice, good quality it feels. And for how old it is, it works really good in 2025. The only things I do on the iPhone SE would be just, light web browsing and watching YouTube. You could definitely do banking, social media, and probably light gameplay. I play RuneScape on here a little bit, but that's a little too much for it. But yeah, I wanted to wrap this video up and just talk about this phone. Look at all those fingerprints. It's very small display. Everything is very compact on this phone, but this would be a great device as a backup device or something that you want to give to a kid or your grandparents or something like that. Yeah, with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comments, whether or not you're still using this device currently or if you used it in the past and if you think that it's a good option. Well, obviously it's not the best option, but it is usable. So that's like the main focus of this video is that the iPhone SE first generation is still usable in 2025. So thank you guys for watching and stay tuned for the next video. Peace.